Welcome to another edition of the BNAR podcast. I'm Brenda Alacy, and we are here on a regular basis, so please spread the word. You can find us at bnar.org, also on all BNAR social media, and on the BNAR's YouTube channel. Delighted to welcome Pat Herberger to our podcast. Welcome, Pat.
Thank you, Brenda.
Pat is a licensed insurance broker, and when it comes to protecting one's identity and other important matters, legal ID is one of the things that you deal with. Tell us a little about your SHIELD programs.
Okay, yeah, Legal Shield and ID Shield have been around 51 years, and I came to BNAR in 2018 to do an identity theft awareness workshop for the members. Someone was referred me to BNAR, and they liked the program so much that they asked if they could offer our Legal Shield and ID Shield benefits to the members. So we've been doing that for over 5 years now. And when you think of Legal Shield, it's kind of like homeowners insurance. Everybody has that. Everybody has health insurance, pretty much, car insurance. We're like that, but when it comes to offering legal services. So people have all those other insurances. Well, when it comes to a legal issue, what do you do? So we have a legal plan that we offer, and it gives people access to attorneys for a multitude of different services. So we say from the trivial to the traumatic and everything in between in terms of the different types of services that we can offer through our nationwide network of attorneys, because people are covered nationwide once they become a member of Legal Shield.
So if somebody in Western New York needed an attorney, and sometimes it could be some of the worst moments of one's life when an attorney is needed, or something where one is planning ahead, they can just simply call you, Pat, and then you find somebody locally? Is that how that works?
Yes, once they become a member, they can get direct access to the law firm. So there's a main provider law firm for each state, so they would call into their New York law firm. And then if they needed services in another state, they would be referred to one of the attorneys that are, as part of our network. There's over 4,000 attorneys that would be, they'd be accessible to them, and they would provide them services outside of Western New York or New York State. But most of the people, the day-to-day types of things, they use them for. In fact, I have a top 5 list of things that they use them for in terms of the benefits. But consumer and finance matters are one of the top 5 areas when it comes to maybe a dispute with a service or a purchase they made or a contractor, or maybe a billing dispute with a cell phone company or something like that, that they just need some assistance, some guidance, some legal advice on, just so they can help with the situation. Another area of importance is estate planning. That's one of the things I tell people when they become a member. One of the first things they should do is get their estate documents prepared, because a will, a living will, healthcare proxy, power of attorney are all included with the family legal plan at no additional charge. And if they have a spouse or significant other, they also get those same documents. Very important to have these days. They say about half the people, or more than half the people, don't have up-to-date estate documents. Another area that they is our top 5 are landlord and tenant issues. Somebody might be a landlord, or you might be a tenant, and there can be all kinds of issues related to that. And some of them might just be simple questions. Sometimes people call me and say, "Can I call them about this?" I said, "Just call them directly. You don't have to check with me." And they can get their questions answered and not worry about it. Another area is real estate matters. Obviously, people need an attorney in this state to do a house closing, but it could be maybe an issue with their home, or someone got injured on their property, something like that, or maybe there's a dispute about the real estate when it comes to a divorce type thing. And then there's family law matters, where it could be a divorce, child custody issues, child support issues, adoption, name changes, all kinds of things having to do with just family law. And with teenagers nowadays and social media, we get all kinds of calls about bullying, and their child being bullied. So there's a multitude of things. And what's included with the legal plan? They get consultation on an unlimited number of matters. We'll do contract and document review. In fact, one night I had a landscaping contract that I wanted them to review, and it was 11:30 at night, but I went on my app, because we have an app for the legal plan and an app for the identity theft plan. I requested a consultation. I said it was about a contract review. I took a picture of the 3 pages of the contract. I hit submit, went into the law firm, and they called me the next morning to review the contract with me.
And it wasn't even midnight.
Right. And they will tell you it's okay to sign as it is, or no, check about this sentence. Maybe you don't want to agree to this, or maybe you want to change it, or they left this part out. You need to add, this part. So it's very, very helpful. And would I have called an attorney about that before I had a Legal Shield membership? Probably not. I would have just looked at it, said, look, so that's actually what I did before I had the plan over 19 years ago. I looked at it myself, or I might Google a legal question, and I tell people Google didn't pass the bar, so you don't want to just
Right.
Google your legal question. You want to be able to ask, and also handle if someone is sued civilly. There's some trial defense hours that they have access to. They'll also write letters, the attorneys will, for you on your behalf to a third party, or maybe make a phone call if they feel you have a case about something. And then we handle a lot of uncontested things, name change, divorce, things like that. So there's thousands of ways that people can use it. It's just a matter of, what's best for you and your family, and what kind of advice, do you want.
So certainly it would be geared to real estate members who live and work in this community, because you ran through a litany of things that people run into in the legal world,
Yeah.
many of which are very daunting, right, Pat? So they need help. They need to know who to call.
Right.
And how they can access them. It's great to know that there's an app for that as well. But
Yeah.
what specifically can they do for a real estate agent, would you say?
Well, one of the things, if they need some legal advice, they can call and get access. We have, in addition to our family legal plan, we also have a home business supplement that can be added to the family legal plan. So as a business owner, if they are a business owner, they can use that to get all their questions answered. Or maybe there's a situation where they, with a buyer, and there's questions about the contract or something like that, they can call. Or maybe if they're driving someone around and there's a car accident. I mean, there's just so many different ways that someone in real estate can use it. Anything that comes to mind, any questions that come up and they're not sure, they can give Legal Shield a call, and the attorneys can walk them through best practices and what their legal rights are in any particular situation. We also have a gun owner supplement. So if someone has a gun, they can add that to the family legal plan. We have trial defense services. We also have more robust, even than the home business supplement, we have small business legal plans. We have 3 of those. So depending on what the needs are of the real estate agent, we can provide an array of different services that can be accessed.
It's very impressive, Pat. Who can enroll, and how do they do so?
Well, BNAR members can enroll, and we've actually extended that to clients of BNAR members. So they're doing a house closing, they need an attorney, they can use the plan for that. Chances are they're going to need to update their estate documents after they move and buy a home. And we help people through all stages of life. So maybe they're just starting out, maybe they're getting married, and now they have contract review questions or issues related to the wedding and marriage, and now buying a home. And then maybe now they have children, they have additions to the family, now they're living with teenagers, and then there's the elder law matters, or maybe it's them, maybe it's their parents that they're dealing with, and end of life issues. So it can help in any stage. And about a couple years ago, they even extended the participation to friends and family of BNAR members. So if a BNAR member refers a friend or a family member to the plan, to the website, they also can access the services. And they actually get a discount over what the regular rates are. If someone comes to me directly, they're going to pay the full price for it. But we've arranged a discount for the BNAR members and their clients and friends and family, so they get a nice discount off of the monthly fees.
How do they access the app, or is there a website they should go to?
Yes, they can go to a website. It's shieldbenefits.com/BNAR. Very simple. Right at the bottom of that page is my contact information if they have any questions, but all the plans and all the options are listed on the website. They can read all the details, the contract that corresponds to each plan. The pricing is there for all the plans, all the supplements, and including the ID Shield plan, which we haven't talked about yet, but everything is right there.
Very briefly, let's talk about that, because we're about ready to wrap here.
Okay. Yeah, ID Shield, we have won many awards for our program. We have the most comprehensive program out there. There's a 3-legged stool, or 3 main areas: monitoring, consultation, and full and complete restoration. So we monitor over 100 different data elements. We monitor credit, we monitor the dark web, which is where the criminals buy and sell and trade our information. I've gotten alerts where my personal information has been found up for sale on the web. And we also provide social media monitoring. Everybody checks people out, to see what their reputation is, who the person is. So we provide reputation management services to keep your reputation clean on social media, because we were talking before that some people get hacked, some people get cloned. There's all kinds of things that can happen with social media. We also do financial account monitoring, very important. So you want to know if money is coming out of your 401k, your savings, your checking, so that you can be alerted, hey, something's going on and I didn't do this. And we have an app for the ID Shield plan and for the Legal Shield plan, so they can access both once they become members.
That's great to know. Pat, how can somebody reach you?
They can reach me. My cell phone is 716-863-6577. My email is pat@patriciaherberger.com.
And Herberger is spelled the way it sounds.
Yeah, all E's, Herberger.
All right. Great information. Really a wide array of services available to BNAR members and the public at large. You talk about ID Shield, Legal Shield. It sounds like a superpower. And in many ways, I think it is. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much for having me.
That's a great way to end it. Thank you so much for watching our latest podcast. We'll see you next time.